What's going on, y'all, man? We here. Got another episode of the Underdogs podcast. You know what it is. Underdogs show love. We got a special guest for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? A legend, a league owner, a battle mother freaking legend. Like I said, man, a real humble guy, man, and we are blessed to have you to grace our platform. I'm not gonna keep y'all long on the introduction. My man, ARP from RBE. What it do, man?
Oh, man, thank you for that intro, man. That was a hell of an intro.
RBE,
yeah.
RBE,
Brick is always
RBE. Brick by Big Brick.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, we in here, man. Brick by brick shit forever. RBE shit, man. What's good with y'all? Thank you for having me.
Look, man, we did this kind of impromptu. I'm trying to do it kind of out of the ordinary. So we're going to go ahead and run through the introductions right now of ourselves. We got ARP out the way. Myself, I'm Mike Ryder. You can follow me on Twitter at MRYDER23. That's at MRyder23. My man, Slizzy, how can they follow you?
Slizzy703, man. Follow me everywhere.
Can y'all hear him?
Nah, I think he went out. He went out.
Okay. Jay, how can they follow you, bro?
Hey, it's your boy Jay, 1/5 of the Underdogs. Follow me at Twitter, JCOX901. Man, shout out to RBE, ARP, shout out Lawrence, Brick by Brick. Man, look, I feel like we made it, man. This might be the only interview we got to do, man. This hit right here. I feel like we made it, man. You know, you already know what it is. You know the vibes, man. Max, don't hear talking shit, Max. Talking shit, Max.
Hey, man, it's your boy, Megatron Max, a.k.a. Max with the facts. Mr. Call me whatever you want. Just don't call me nothing other than the child of God. And we here, man, like we said, brick by brick, man. It's the Underdogs. Your boy at work, you feel me? Because I have to work a regular job. But we in here, man, and we finna holler at one of the greats, man, ARP. And I changed RBE name, man. I don't know if it's the acronym or what, but I call it Returning Battlers Expeditiously, because you always bringing legends back to the game, baby. Let's go.
Yo.
Hey, hold on. Before we go any further, we got a special guest that just popped up in. She ain't been around lately. Baby, introduce yourself, man. How can they follow you?
Hey, everyone.
Oh,
my name is Chanel. Y'all can follow me on Twitter at PNellyTime. I missed y'all.
We miss you. We
miss you too.
And I just want to say thank you for taking the time out to do this interview, because RB is so motherfucking dope. So just want to thank you, ARP, for, taking the time to talk with us today. Definitely appreciate it. Shit like that don't go unnoticed.
Thank you so much for having me, man. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate that.
We got these introductions out the way. You know we want to talk about that card coming up in a few weeks, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Man. Returning Battlers Expeditiously. That we might just call it that from here on out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how we doing it, ARP. And look, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm excited to see it, bro. Every time you bring somebody back, I'll be ready to see what they gonna do, man.
My God. Appreciate that. So I'm gonna try to remember to keep that as a subtitle.
Yo.
For the promo that's already out there, you know what I'm saying? For the people that's already seeing it's an event coming up, yes, and it's going down. February 29th is going down. We was quiet about the date. Even the flyer only says August 2020, but we was quiet because it's a private-only event, invite-only event. We dealing with the times and everything, but it's time to get back to face-to-face. So just to make sure that people don't, try to pull up on it too much without getting invited and all that, we kept the date kind of quiet, but it's all over the place. People's talking about it, people's blogging about it. I hear interviewers, battlers have been saying the date. So yeah, August 29th, the Mask On event goes down. Make sure y'all get y'all VOD only, rarebreedent.com. It's going down. And like I said, we got another return on the way.
Yes,
All right, real quick, can y'all hear me?
Chubby Jag.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. We
Can
can
y'all hear
hear you.
me? All
Yeah,
right.
you good. You good
My
now.
bad, y'all. I don't know what the hell happened. This is a whole new laptop, and they just said the mic was not working.
Man, you
So I
got the
had to
whole
go
new
use my
setup and
studio mic.
everything, Slizzy. I see you,
I
man.
know I had to now. It's only y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
Look, it's been 6 months since y'all done an in-person battle event. How does it feel to be back, man?
It feels good to get back to face. I mean, we was lucky to get off the Get Back event February 29th earlier this year before Corona really started shutting shit down, before businesses started shutting down. People, was a little bit more reserved about flying and moving around and being outside. It was real peak quarantine time, like right after our early event. You know what I'm saying? The one that had to return to 40 cal versus Ill Will as the main event. So luckily we got that off. And then we did 2 back-to-back social distance cards, which was, video
Fire.
only. Like,
Fire.
Yeah, appreciate that. So it was
Fire,
fun
too.
to go the direction that we went in volume 1, which was to promote visuals. Let the battle rappers for the first time ever control their visuals, edit their visuals, control everything about their presentation, and the creativity went through the roof. Then we got to part 2, and we kept that same theme on part 2. The only thing we tried to add to the formula was just to, just raise the stakes artist-wise. So that's why you saw Mook. That's why you saw Hollow and Shotty Horror and Head Ice and you saw Ill Will again. You saw Jay Mills, Big K. We went
Hold
for
on.
broke with the names.
Let me stop you right there. You said Big K.
Yeah.
People ain't talking about this, but Big K done been on a run over there since February the 29th.
Big K, his last battle that people saw him touch the stage with a face-to-face matchup, he ended up having the most talked about and controversial situation to ever hit battle rap as far as like the impact after a battle towards your opponent. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely wild to see, that happen from an RBE battle or from any battle period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That long of that type of energy to continue. But yeah, like I said, coming out of social distance and getting back to face battles now feels good. Big K is on this card. He's got Mac Myron. That's going to be a punches fest. That's a perfect matchup right there. So yeah, we got some people on this card right here. We got some people on this.
Chubby Jag, man. You got Chubby Jag coming in expeditiously, like my boy say.
Expeditiously, yeah.
How did you get Jag, man? How did you pull that?
Me and Jag been in touch for over a year. You know what I'm saying? He know who I am. I know who he is. We've been in touch for over a year. And what we were doing was just like, like just checking on each other. Yo, what's good? You good? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to work sooner or later. It was kind of like that energy going back and forth where we just rocked with each other. And we figured sooner or later we was going to try to make something happen. But like Jag didn't let up out there. You know what I'm saying? Even though RBE had other things going on at the time, other cards, other main events and whatnot, other returns. Like, he never let up. Like, he kept his name going out there to the point where the fans were just on my neck. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go a day or two without getting at least one tweet or one comment. Yo, bring Jag back, bring Jag back. And that was the energy he was creating out there for himself. So I respected that. I appreciated that. I already know what his capabilities are as an artist. You know what I'm saying? So, it was time for us to follow up and make it happen.
Gotcha.
That's dope.
That's good.
I don't know, bro. Math might not make it out of this one, boy.
You can't. Hey, you can't disrespect Math like that, man. Look, Math headline almost every RBE card within the past Math headline within the past 2 years almost.
He had a lot of the main events over our last cards. He had the Hollow battle. Then he had the Heavy Half battle. That was our first card in Atlanta. That was a scale back blood, sweat, and tears card. Trying to make sure we got our feet wet in Atlanta the right way. But still, we wanted him to headline it coming off of the Hollow card because he had a lot of energy. We wanted to give him a follow-up. Right. Then after that, we did the Hitman and Bill Collector. But he also
made big ass battle. I just watched that last night.
Yeah, that's when he battled Clips on the Hitman and Bill Collector battle. He battled Clips on that card. But then he had Sirius Jones. We had a few other things mixed in there, like the Get Back card. He wasn't on that one. The Ladies and Gents card, he wasn't on that one. But Jag, Math has been super, super active on RBE. You know, people say he's one of the faces, you know, when it comes to the battlers of RBE, because it's like we've had such a strong run together with Math and RBE, and the history of us coming together to give the fans, you know, these matchups. It runs deep. It runs all the way back to us trying to pull him out of being blackballed and back in like 2013, 2014. You know, all of that's documented, the trailers and the videos on the channel and the interviews and whatnot. Like, that history runs deep. And, you know, ever since we connected all the way back then and started to work, we've been consistent. So shout out to Matt Hoffa, definitely doing damage on the RBE and leaving his legacy over here.
Yeah, shout
Let me
out
ask you this, ARP.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. How you feel about people saying that RBE is responsible for reviving battlers' careers? You know, y'all did it with JC. I say y'all did it with Matt Hoffa. I say y'all did it with a lot of battlers. How you feel about that? Because, you know, that statement goes around a lot.
Yeah, the humble side of me always wants to make sure that the battlers get the proper due respect that they get, because they're the ones that's writing the rounds. The fans is coming to see them. The fans ain't coming to see me as far as the performance. But when it comes to the ideas, when it comes to the integrity, when it comes to the business, you'd be surprised how many situations don't work out because of business out there, you know? So all these things that RBE has brought to the table, our ideas, our themes, our motivation, our fan base, our themes, the way that we interact with our fans, the way that we just go about the game has created great opportunity for a lot of battlers, whether they was up and comers or whether they was already certified. You know, Mac was already certified, but you know, the thing about battle rap is it moves real fast. You know what I'm saying? You could be the man today and they'll hate you tomorrow. That's just how battle rap is. You know what I'm saying? So because our industry and our culture is so up and down so fast, you know, your stock could drop off of one battle and the bloggers, the fans, the media, they'll be over you. And sometimes it just takes the right platform, the right look, the right type of card, the right type of promotion, the right idea to put that energy into certain battlers. And sometimes even the style and the presentation, like you mentioned JC, you know, I vividly remember, you know, certain league owners, you know, trashing JC, saying, you know, Danny Myers was another guy, for example, like, these guys aren't this, they're not draw, they're not stars, they're not work, they can't do this, they can't rap on a big stage, all of this type of shit. You know, it's almost like JC had to prove himself that he could rap on a big stage, you know, like 10 years later in his career, like when he battled Rum Nitty or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But to show fans that they needed to appreciate him, sometimes the matchups and sometimes the promotion of giving these people big names and big opportunities and big promotion and big looks, and also putting them in certain type of environments, like sometimes even like a smaller room where they can get off. All of that has definitely been a part of the formula why we get credit for reviving so many careers. But it really is just us doing what we do. We don't come to the table and say, you know what, let's revive your career. It doesn't happen like that. That's just an aftermath of us doing what we do and working with each other the way that we work, basically.
Thanks.
You know what I mean?
I had a question. So, like, with being like a league owner,
yeah.
How do you feel about battlers who do come and are not prepared, or don't give you the show that you pay for? Like, how do you respond to that?
Yeah, and I always try to separate the difference with people of being unprepared versus having a bad performance. Having a bad performance at RBE, we have no gripe with, because it happens. You know what I'm saying? You could be prepared. You could be having your rounds down tight. You know, you could have wrote your 3 rounds a month ago. You know, studied them back and forth, and you might get to that stage that day. Maybe you didn't sleep well the night before. Maybe you had anxiety. Maybe the crowd just didn't fit you. Maybe your opponent wilded out on you. You know what I'm saying? There's so many variables that could make a battler have a bad performance. And because there's all of those variables, I end up just making sure I have the respect for what it takes to get up there in front of people and in front of an opponent and try to put on a performance for our entertainment. Now, that's all different than being unprepared. Being unprepared, I don't have any respect for, because it'd be one thing if battlers was just doing this only for respect, like back in the day when we was all in the lunchrooms with it and the school hallways with it and going corner to corner with it, and you had your local buzz, and it was about being able to be outside with a certain type of reputation as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? That if you wanted to put your own respect on the line and that was it, and you don't respect your own craft, then that's just how your name is gonna float through the circuit or in the hood or on the block. But now that battle rap has evolved so much and it has so much business behind it, you know what I'm saying? There's contracts, there's legally binding contracts that we're signing. There's money involved, there's people's brands involved, there's companies involved, there's sponsorships involved. Because you got that side of it now, I have no respect for being unprepared, because these people, these battlers are embarking on business with these companies and they're signing contracts in an effort to be a businessman. And if you're going to be a businessman, you have to handle your business. You know what I'm saying? And me as a guy that follows through with my word, my business, my bond, my contracts, I'm just not cut as a person, as a type of person to have respect for somebody that is unprepared or isn't about their business, because that's what we're doing it for. 9 times out of 10 these days, everybody's talking about business, this, business, that. So let's carry it the right way.
100%. That's dope.
Hey, I can say for the most part, everybody who touched that RBE stage, they show up.
Yeah,
and they
I
prepare.
haven't seen a
reason.
lot of my bad, Jay. I haven't seen a whole lot of chokes and bad performances on RBE. I can only think of like 2 on the top of my head, but I haven't. It hasn't really been a whole lot of bad performances. People just blanking out, not remembering their material and
But
all that.
You hear the opinions of a fan of how they feel about choking, and then you may hear the opinions of like a battler about how they feel about it and stuff. But to actually ask a owner, the one who actually is getting these contracts together, like just to hear his opinion on it was
we hate the choking. We can't stand it.
It was just his mind frame on the whole situation, because we always talk about it, but we've never been
because you got
a league owner.
Yeah, because you got just an everyday fans out there. We just enjoy the rap and we enjoy hip hop, we enjoy the art. And then you got another level of critic. A certain level of critic. Those are people that scout. Those are people that understand bars. Those are people that understand artistry. That understand all the intangible stuff that goes into getting on that stage and performing, not just the raps. And they understand all the variables and the intangibles. So somebody like me who is like that, when you understand all of those pieces, you can pick up on when somebody is unprepared. You can tell the difference.
Gotcha.
You could really see the difference in terms of watching an artist. You can see, like, let's use the choking. You could see like, oh, he choked because the pressure that was on him, or he didn't expect his opponent to be pushing him around like that and being that aggressive, or he didn't expect to hear that angle. You know what I'm saying? Or damn, you could see that he got to that spot in his round and then his man tapped him on the back and it threw him off. And I seen that happen to Old Red one time. Speed Dollar is one of his people and he was behind him as his entourage. And Speed Dollar was cheering behind him so much, and that reaction right there on stage behind you, it's like, it's hard. Like, you have to be 2 people. Like, I'm performing, but at the same time, my mind is reacting to what my man is telling me.
Yeah.
And it threw him off. And I even pointed it out on stage. I went behind Red and I said, yo, Speed, that's your fault. And that's what I mean. Like, you can see that in the footage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I mean about being able to really see from a different set of eyes what's happening with this person as an artist and as a battle rapper. And we know the difference. When these people are coming unprepared, time and time after each time, it's on the leagues, it's on the fans, it's on the media, and it's on the bloggers to do something about it. When we feel like battlers don't do anything about it, it's on us to do something about it. I just think we do a poor job at that. So it is what it is.
Word.
Agree.
No rebuttal. Like Max says, no rebuttal.
Hey, with that being said,
so you know
with
how.
that being said, I'm not trying to be messy or nothing like that, but
Yes,
like I said,
yeah, you is.
when battlers touch their RBE stage, they show up and show out, because we had a few events where RBE and other league owners had events on the same day, and RBE showed their ass. Well,
That's a fact.
the battlers,
that's a fact though.
RBE,
No, that's a fact
they
though.
showed up and they showed out. So I don't know, man. It's just something about that RBE stage, man, where people just, I mean, I don't know what it is.
I feel like it may be a different level of accountability over there.
Yeah,
You just hit the nail on the head when you said a different level of accountability. And I've used this type of example before. I've used Big Meech before. Now I'm not Big Meech by far. I'm not even a street nigga. But I'm not even a street nigga. But the philosophy of that classic interview that he gave when he was talking about how a leader sets precedence for the people underneath them, and he gave those examples. He's like, if you got a robbing ass boss, you're gonna have a robbing ass team. If you got a getting money ass leader, you're gonna have a getting money ass team. You know, if you're slacking as a leader, like imagine just having a 9-to-5 job, and you walk in, and the person that's cutting your check or your manager that's checking your timesheets or whatever the case may be, don't give a fuck, then you're going to be slacking on your job. Like, I'm going to just sit back and collect my check. But if you got a boss that's on your neck, it's a different story. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing goes with RBE. I think over the years, the battlers have appreciated and understood my dedication towards quality and towards that we all work together and try to deliver something for the fans. There's league owners that care a little bit less about that. You know, sometimes it'll just be a quick, let's put this battle together, sign this contract, let's get in front of these fans, let's make this money. And at the end of the day, battle rap has become a business and an industry. So I will never hate on that. I'll never try to cast full judgment on people getting their money. But I think people see the difference. I think people see the difference of just, you know, these pop-up situations over the years, not just recent, over the years. Since I got here and even before me, I've seen pop-up bullshit situations where you could tell the league and the fucking battlers, they were all there to try to, you know, cut a check, flip some bread real quick and keep it pushing. You know, I've never went after battles like that. I've never conducted business like that.
All money ain't good money.
Exactly. And the all money ain't good. Y'all got some great quotables in this one. That's another.
Let's go.
The all money ain't good money. That's a topic within itself because you get a lot of, you know, bad practices on the league side as well as bad performances on the battler side because of that need to have whatever check is in front of you. Mm-hmm. And that's where the all money and good money can come in. That's another reason why RBE has been able to try to stick more towards our quality matchups than saying, just call the biggest ticket seller out right now. You know what I'm saying? And we've shown that we can do that. You know what I'm saying? We'll shut down from summer all the way through winter because we got a Murder Mook promotion going on. We'll shut the whole game down. We can do that. But at the same time, I have no problem calling a Mr. Mills and saying like, hey, man, I got a big plate for you. Because I know he could rap his ass off or show off as one of the best writers in the game.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Mills, man. He be rapping his ass off. Shout out to Mr. Mills.
and that's the point. RBE, there's nobody that is partnered in or co-owns RBE from myself, Shot to Ant or Lawrence that needs to do an event to pay their bills or to keep food on the table. And shout out to anybody that does. So that's not a diss because people that do, that means that they're possibly doing what they want, you know, what they love for a living. So I love that. But the battlers is the same way. You know, if the only money that's coming into your pocket is from a battle that you take, yeah, you're gonna end up with some shitty performances. You're gonna be taking some battles, and your first mindset is gonna be like, yo, rent's coming up, instead of thinking like, oh, I really want to kill this motherfucker. It's a big difference, you know what I'm saying? And that's been happening from the beginning of time as well. It's not just a recent thing. It's just that we have so much media, promo, and business now that when it does happen and the fans and the bloggers and the media spot it, it's a bigger situation now. We pay more attention to the fuck shit now, which is good.
I got a question. Since my fucking mic finally got together. One thing I always give RBE credit for is the matchups. Like y'all have matchups that will not look, that I will admit will not look sexy on paper, but then the battle will come out and it'll be like, oh shit, like this battle was fucking incredible. Like I'll give you an example. Sharon and Subsribe.
Classic.
On paper, I'm not even gonna fake. On paper, I was like, I don't know. I admit I've done with a few RBE cards. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it all the way a bean. But But like that one, that was like, I was like, oh shit, this battle is fucking incredible. Like, and then of course with the freestyle fourth round, I was like, that is incredible. So like, how do you, what's the thought process behind a lot of the matchups, especially on the more recent cards?
Nah, man, that's that Big Mac secret sauce, man.
Oh,
You ain't getting that. You ain't getting the secret sauce, man. Nah, but I mean, you got different types of style making. Like you have obvious styles that are similar, where it's just like, all right, let's try this and hope that the artists come prepared and deliver what the fans expect. For example, coming up on the Get Back, Snake Eyes versus Heavy Hat. You know what I'm saying? Like those are two street aggressive, talk that type of drug and corner shit. So there's a certain expectation. So when we make that matchup, it's kind of obvious why. Then you could look at something like a Oops versus Old Red. We just dropped a real good interview with Old Red and myself on the RBE channel. Y'all check that out when y'all get a chance. It dropped like 20 minutes ago. But Oops and Old Red is a battle that nobody, even Old Red himself, he's admitting in an interview that we just dropped. He didn't see that. Like why are you calling me? We just had math books. Like why are you calling me for this guy I never heard? Why you calling me for Oops? RBE had in mind the blood, sweat, and tears concept. We believed in Oops to carry next to a great, but the world didn't see it yet. So some of it is our own creativity, our own secret, Big Mac secret sauce. But then you
Jordan
also
rules.
I don't want to go into that area of it, but then there's also the area of risk taking. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a lot of matchups that when you promote them, people say y'all are crazy. The world thought that we was crazy for giving 40 Cal Ill Will, and Ill Will's coming off of being arguably Battle of the Year. You know what I'm saying? So people thought that we was crazy. We saw the potential in the matchup. Now 40 Cal gets up there, he holds his weight, he does his thing. They have a good battle, and now it's like 40 Cal he's one of ours. He started up his own Instagram league. He's out there arguing with battlers and doing interviews and blogs and promoting. He's got battle rap merchandise. Now he's one of ours. You know what I'm saying? And that's because somebody had to believe in that situation and take that risk. It's no different than even with Math and Jag right now. If Jag gets up there and he gets killed by Math's experience and Math being a great and a legend, people will say, oh, we knew that was going to happen. But on the flip side, when Jag gets up there and he has a very, very good performance and people say, okay, I want to see Jag again. It'll be the millionth time RBE sits back and says, I told you so. So it's like if our track record, our risk taking, and our creativity and our formula of making these matchups has a pretty good batting average, I'd say 80% and up of the shit that y'all don't believe in, 80% and up delivers when y'all don't believe in it. Sooner or later, maybe when we get to our 8th, 9th, and 10th year, y'all gotta say, I don't really like that, but I'm gonna fuck with it because it works 85% of the time. You gotta give us a fucking just due. We're not new. You know what I'm saying? We're a premier battle rap platform. We've been here since our announcement in 2013. We are now 2020, more than halfway through 2020. We earned our keep. We earned even our get out of jail free cards. If we have a few battles when our ideas fall short, don't give us the whole fucking, RBE, y'all have done that card was whack. Our batting average is good, man. We could strike out every once in a while. I think we earned that, but that's not what's going to happen for the Mask On event. Shout out to Chubby J.
I got a question
about the Mask On event. Like leading up to this interview, I was telling the gang, like, man, I don't really know what to ask ARP. Like, I like the card. I like how he always bring the OGs back and they snap on stage and go crazy. Like, I like the social distancing. All of that was amazing. Like, okay, who idea was it to do the visuals on social distancing like that? Because those things was crazy.
Yeah, those visual ideas came from the battle rappers, and that was part of the theme. That was one of the reasons why Street Hymns got Mook, is because when we were pushing the theme of saying, all right, battlers, now you control your own visuals, get creative. When we had battlers that saw what we was trying to promote, saw what our idea was, and they were still sending us footage of, you know, just sitting in the passenger car seat, holding up some selfie footage real quick and rapping their rounds. We were just like, they don't get it, they don't see it, they don't appreciate it yet, they don't respect it yet. It is what it is. We even had some battlers see what we started dropping and come back and say, oh no, don't put my shit out. I'm resending my footage. You get it now, cool. Yeah. But Street Hymns, off the rip, on the first one versus Sharon, he made a little movie skit of a fake Sharon ringing his doorbell, trying to be a door-to-door salesman and all that type of shit.
That was fire, man.
That was fire.
That was fire.
All that type of shit. Yeah, so when we seen him be the first one to take it to that level with the idea and the promo that we was trying to put out there during this whole pandemic, that's why we gave him Mook. That's why when we called Mook, and Mook said, yo, give me an up-and-comer, you know what I'm saying? We said, all right, we picked Street Hymns. That's why.
He set the bar. He set the bar for the visuals, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He delivered our idea. And that's what I'm saying. It's always a three-headed monster. The ideas, you know what I'm saying? You got the league, you got Battler A and Battler B. The three-headed monster, you know what I'm saying? Like if one person's on page A, the other person's on page B, the whole situation would be fucked up. If all three people had the same mindset of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish, that's when y'all get classics.
Yeah, man. I can't lie, man. You the reason the social distancing cause were the reason why I even started liking those type of battles. Because at first when it was all coming out, everybody was battling on camera. I'm like, man, no, man, this is not gonna do it for me.
Nah, I respect that, man.
And you know, once they started, I'm telling you, that was the reason why I even started to appreciate the battle in social distancing, because at first I was like, nah, that's not gonna work, man. It don't got that feel to it. But then once you flipped it and you start seeing these nice visuals along with fireballs and crazy matchups, it was amazing, man. So shout out to RBE for that, man, for real.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah,
hey, and the time they were dropping
into it. Thank you.
And then anytime they be dropping them too,
man, hey, it felt good waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning, going to work, driving to work. Pulling up YouTube. Oh, okay, boom. RB notification. He thought his own.
Hey, you dropped early. You be dropping early.
I don't know if that's ever been done before. We went for the first card. We didn't do it on the second card because there was so many names and bigger matchups on the second card. We had to give each video its space a little bit. Like, we're not going to drop a Mook and Street Hymns and the very next morning put out Hollow versus Matt. Like, Mook and Street Hymns need a little bit more space, and so do all the other battles. But for part one, you know, before we even had that type of thought process, this was all new to us. We was creating this on the fly for part one. It was like, yo, let's just go every morning. That wasn't easy on us. You know what I'm saying? To have all the footage done and edited and to be consistent. I don't think that's ever. We dropped 15 videos in a row. That was fire, though. Yeah.
We appreciated the morning drops, ARP.
Hey, ARP, one of the most infamous battles to happen on that social distancing. Man, it's your boy Rex, the miggity Mac Rex. Shout out to Rex, man.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was classic. That was classic for reasons that aunts don't typically make classics. And shout out to my guy Rex, man. Shout out to my guy Rex, man. But once we dropped that and I started getting all the tweets and the screenshots of, you know, the yellow tape and then it was like,
I know I seen a couple. I already know I seen a couple.
Then they had the video. They started putting the video out, and I was like, yo.
Hey,
I know I seen a couple. I ain't gonna bullshit. I know I seen a couple.
Hey, did you peep it when Rick
tried to zip his coat? This is my last question.
Hold on. One at a time.
Y'all tripping.
Hey, Rick tried to zip his coat. He was rapping. After he hit the tape, he tried to zip his coat up. He couldn't even catch it, man. That whole shit was classic.
Truth be mad, I'm gonna tell y'all something I never said publicly before about that battle right there. I know a lot of people was upset because Rex took bars that he had in a music video. And RBE definitely felt slighted as well. Like, we all know we want original content. This is battle rap. We know what we go for. But as for me and Shaka, when we put that video out, we was not mad. We felt slighted, and then we did have a conversation with Rex, and Rex was like, yo, I'm gonna make up for that. I'm gonna send you the next one for free. So we was good. But all that feedback that was going on online when everybody was upset and everything, we was laughing. I'm gonna keep it real. We was laughing, man. It was because it might be the funniest video on the RBE channel. You know what I'm saying? And for that reason alone, for a legend like Rex to give us just pure entertainment for all those different reasons like that, we saw the silver lining in it. We was just like, you want to know what? We got to see the good in this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was one of them glasses half full, half empty situations for us. We wasn't mad. Once we spoke to Rex and we got past it, we was good. The rest just was like, you know, let's have fun with it. It is what it is.
Word. Do you want to see any of the social distancing battles be on the main stage for all three?
I definitely.
Or you just gonna be like, well, it happened once. We're not gonna be on no rematch type shit.
Nah. I don't believe that any of those battles that we dropped puts those battles in a situation where they can't happen face to face. I think
off first head ice.
Yeah, I think if anything, what they created was early trailers and early storylines. Like you mentioned, Show Up and Head Ice. That wasn't just about Ice's round. It created a whole storyline. Like, yo, show when to spawn or show, you know, and they have like a little tension on Twitter or whatever. So that created a whole storyline. So some of those battles I'd like to see happen. Head Ice and Show Off is one of them.
Definitely. I want to see Yoshi and Blue Cocaine do a full 3 round one. That was a hard one.
That could be sick. And shout out to Blue, shout out to Yoshi G. You know what I'm saying? They both the homies. Fuck with both of those ladies. There's a few of those I wouldn't mind seeing face to face now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind seeing social distance battles still happening, but not like how we had to do it when shit was crazy before we was able to get back to this type of situation with the mask on and being face to face. I'd like RBE to just sprinkle them in here and there now. Just maybe like trailers and promo, or if an artist hits me up and says, yo, I'm about to chop this nigga head off real quick, let me send you a round. Something like that is cool now. So I want to be able to still do them, but I don't want them to feel like, you know, we trying to make a card out of it, like because we still in the corona situation. But we'll still do some of those, I hope.
Okay. Then you have a question or another question?
Go ahead, Jay, my bad.
Oh, yeah, I did. I'm just to piggyback on what Slizzy said as far as the RBE cards, you know, some of the matchups that be on the card, you know, they turn out to be fire. Me, on the other hand, I think RBE, they give us the battles that other leagues won't book, and they give us the battles that the fans won't. We wanted Be a Collector versus Hitman. We wanted a Mal Toffa versus Charlie Clips. We wanted a Sirius Jones versus Mal Toffa. We wanted a Mal Toffa versus Hollow. We wanted that.
Yeah.
With that being said, ARP, I don't know if you can confirm this, but how close are we to getting Math versus Disaster?
Yeah, so I'll answer that after I just speak real quick to your first point. And that's one thing that, as humble as I am, and people know my character, you know, over the years, but I do gotta claim the impact of RBE, because it's part of our legacy. And one thing that I don't know if people really understand fully is what our presence does outside of our own battles. Our presence here, period, changed a lot of things. It changed business. It changed booking styles. It changed battle and matchup styles. It set the fire under certain matchups that had to happen. I've said it before publicly. I said there's certain matchups in the game that if RBE wants them to happen, they're going to happen one way or another. And when I say that, what that means is that if we want a battle to happen, we'll book it, or somebody else is going to be forced to book it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a clear Lux and Verb situation. And there's countless battles behind the scenes that happen because of RBE. You know what I'm saying? Whether we push them and they don't, some of these situations don't become public. You know, a lot of them don't. You know what I'm saying? There's matchups that go down on a lot of cards where, you know, it's because RBE pushed the envelope on them or began to book them or whatever the case may be. So the impact of us being here, it puts the battlers in a position that I think that they need to really respect and appreciate, because I feel like sometimes without some of these other strong platforms such as RBE pushing the game the way that we do and the energy the way that we do, I really feel like it would be different for a lot of them. Not all of them, but for a lot of them. And now I'm not just talking about respawning somebody's career and giving them new energy or a new narrative or something like that, or the opponents that they deserve or they always needed. Not just that, but even just the style of business. Like there's a lot of battle rappers that, you know, get booked because RBE is here, or because RBE was booking them, or because RBE was pressing for them. You take some of these other platforms out of the equation, you're gonna have a lot of battles that's gonna either fall to the wayside, or they're gonna have to eat shit. They're gonna have to eat shit if they want to battle. You know what I'm saying? And when I say eat shit, that means you jump how high I say jump, take what I say you can have, and you battle who I say you can battle. RBE's presence here changes that dynamic a lot. Now, as far as Mad versus Disaster, the closest that battle came to being done was on the Rare Breeds card. That's the card that had the King Los return versus Head Ice, the Mook versus Verb, that mega card, the Pat Stay versus Danny Myers, all of that shit. Came real close to having that battle on that card. And we was looking to have Shady as a part of it. And shout out to the Alchemist, shout out to Direct. These are people behind the scenes where we was all getting together to try to really put something big to add that battle to already one of the biggest cards ever. And it didn't work out. Since then, there's just been a little bit of talk back and forth here and there. I really feel like those two guys are almost at a point where it can't happen. And that's just me being honest.
Okay.
I feel like it's almost there because it's been back and forth so many times. Even the boxing match, and RBE had nothing to do with that. Remember when the boxing match was being set up and all that type of shit? That energy between those two guys, because they have a personal situation, you know, when they get into mode where they'll say, you want to know what? I don't mind battling this guy. You know, and that doesn't happen. Somehow it seems like Math and Diz end up falling back into disliking each other even more. You know what I'm saying? And you see that. You see it in the lash shots. You see it in the interviews. You can hear the tone. You can hear the energy between them. You know, so I feel like we've gotten away with some risks. You know, Big K and John was a risk. Behind the scenes, we was on three-way calls, and they was talking about getting it popping in New York before they battled. You know, that's why shit went down like that. We got away with that.
Right.
Man, Serious was one of the biggest ones that we had to get away with. Tense on stage. We had to surround the battlers with all personnel and staff. And, you know, and I'm sitting in there, my glasses off, and my about to pop. You know what I'm saying? Math and Hollow was another one. You know what I mean? Like, it was tense. It was real tense in some of these battles, but we got through them. That one might be at a point where it fell out so many times, the entire culture might just have to leave that alone. I'm not saying that we wouldn't do it. If Math and Diz called me on three-way right now as men and said, yo, we're ready, blah, blah, these are the terms, RBE would probably move forward with it. But we're not pressed to try to get it done anymore, because once we start feeling like that towards a battle, sometimes you got to retract a little bit, let them create the energy if it's there. But I think it's 20% chance it could ever happen, ever. 20% maybe.
At least you said 20.
What about Cass versus 40?
I was getting ready to hit 10 or low. At least you said 20.
And the only reason I'm saying 20 is because the business side of it.
Yeah, that's a big bag just waiting to happen. Yeah,
all parties. I think the amount of money that those two guys could make off of that battle might keep their hands in their pocket and make them, you know, get past all the history and be able to say, let's do this business, you know, and whatever the behind the scenes terms are. That's the only reason I would say 20% is the business side of it. On the personal side of it, it's not there. Trust me, it's not there.
I feel you. I feel you on that. Trust me, I feel you.
Yeah, it's not there.
Is there a dream battle that you want to happen on RBE?
A dream battle that I want to happen, I don't think is ever gonna happen. We tried to have some conversations around it, and it was Daylight versus Royce the 5'9".
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's a dream battle. That's a dream battle. Another battle that I want to see it's one of the last battles that I feel like I have to see. it might be the last battle that I feel like I have to see, and that's Daylight versus Lux.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anything else at this
that's
point, because we've seen so much out of the culture over these years, and I'm not just talking about YouTube days. I mean, even before YouTube, DVD days, street corner days when there was no cameras on, all types of shit. I've taken in so much battle rap over the years, you know, from a kid all the way till now as a league owner, where there's not many battles left that I just feel like I gotta see that. If battle rap stopped tomorrow, there really is only one battle that I need to see, and that's the Daylight and Lux. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is just like, I'll take it if it's a classic or if something gets drummed up nicely. I'll take it, you know, and I'll be a fan and I'll enjoy it. But that's a have to see if the culture was to stop tomorrow. Everything else, you know, I'm just enjoying it as it comes.
Lux, come grace their RBE stage.
Please.
Mook touched it. Daylight touched it.
Pop, Royce.
Come grace their RBE stage. Let's make it
that to
healthy.
happen in my life.
Let's make it healthy.
Hey, Lux and Verb is an RBE battle, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we booked that.
That's a fact. Talk your shit, ARP.
Talk your shit, though.
Talk your shit.
Talk your shit.
Hold on. I'm trying to be humble all in this interview, man. Let me talk my shit real quick. Man, ARP, RBE, they the reason. They putting pressure on these leagues. They the reason y'all booking these Surf versus Lux. Come on, man. Talk about it. Help me out, Max. Help me out.
Fact, though.
You're right, though. You're right.
I'm tired of being
I
humble.
agree.
I'm still being humble.
We see what's going on. We just ain't talking about it.
Yeah, we see RBE stirring the pot.
We definitely see what's going on.
Yeah,
we see what's going on.
That's back to the point that I say of our legacy, not just being, you know, the stuff that we've brought to the table since 2013, but our impact on all of our surrounding battle rap culture. I think it was very important for RBE to come into the culture, because the things that have happened since we got here, the things that y'all know and the things that y'all don't know, I think have been very beneficial to the culture, very positive. So, yeah, man, and even with Lux, you know, we had so many negotiations fall in and fall out, timing-wise and everything. I don't even want to start to talk about the matchups that was real close to happening, because now it's just like people just want to see Lux on RBE. They don't even focus on the opponent anymore. They like, you didn't just say the matchup. Like, people say that to me now. They just like Lux on RBE. They don't even say versus who. So, you know, it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
It's
that time, beloved.
Look,
I got two in my head that I want to see go down.
Right. It's showing ARP doing something right. It's showing RBE is doing something right when the people is campaigning for Lux to touch your stage.
Nah, I appreciate that.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
I appreciate that.
Other than the Daylight battle, I got two loaded Lux joints in my head that I wouldn't mind seeing happening on RBE though.
What's that?
JC and B-Dot.
Oh my God. Ooh.
JC and B-Dot's a good one.
Wait,
JC and B-Dot didn't battle? Am I bugging?
No, I don't know. I'm saying Lux battle.
We want to see Lux battle them.
I want to see Lux battling.
Oh yeah, because JC and B-Dot happened.
Yeah, JC and B-Dot happened.
They happen on the URL.
That happened. I'm saying I want to see Lux battle both of them on RB, but them the only two I can even think of him battling that sort of makes sense.
Yeah, shout out to Lux, man. We gonna make it happen sooner or later.
Thanks.
When the next time you gonna be in the ARP?
For the Mask On event.
What's up, man? Look, I'll take the COVID test, man. What's good? You know what I'm saying? I'll take the COVID test and request it off work. What's popping? Can the Underdogs slide through?
We got nephew in the building.
This is what I'll say, man, and this is me keeping it real. I would say the same thing off camera. DM me the day before, on the 28th, any time of the day. Just DM me the day before so I can know exactly where we at, because it's really a situation where You know, I don't want us to get shut down, have no building problems and no bullshit like that. We are checking temperatures. We checking temperatures at the door and all that type of stuff. Like, so we did our due diligence to make sure that we was pulling this off the right way. But we only rented out a small space on purpose. You know what I'm saying? And then once you know word starts to, that's why once again we haven't been promoting the date, we haven't been promoting the address, the city, nothing. Because once word starts to travel, I get me, Shot the Lawrence, and the battlers, they'll start getting hit up by so many people, you know, and it's a free event. You know, we're not trying, it's a private event, so we're not charging anybody or nothing like that. People be outside trying to, you know, figure out.
Hey, what's up? I got some bread. What's up?
Right.
It's not even about the money. You know what I'm saying?
I know, bro. I know.
You know, DM me the day bore, so because by then, that's the last opportunity I'll have to know where we're at. Because we'll be at the event, basically. I know exactly where we at.
Fire.
And then, you know what I mean? If we good money, I'll shoot you the address. You can slide through. The only thing that I've entrusted a few people to is that if we do add certain people to the list, they don't share it. They don't try to come with their mans or whatever. Like, we just want to be careful and safe.
Never that, bro. We have integrity over here at Underdogs Incorporated.
Right.
We have integrity.
But I do got one.
Max.
Do you have any exclusives of any exclusives that you want to drop with us before, you know, we end our life?
Shout out to Neely.
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
Yeah, we could end it like that then.
Okay.
We could end it like on that note. Damn, I almost just told you an exclusive. I can't.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Put the video back on, Max. Cut your video back on, Max. I'm trying to take a screenshot real quick of the game.
This is the best exclusive that I can say. Because there's some stuff going on after the Mask On event. It's just way too soon for me to say it in an interview or publicly yet.
Okay.
I will say that this Math and Jag thing, you know, you got an expectation of me as a league owner to just promote and be like, yo, y'all gonna want to see this, don't miss it. Go to RareBreedTNT.com, get your VOD and all that. That's the promotion side. You scratch over that, just me being real as a man. I've had so many conversations with the people that have listened to Jag's rounds. And the only reason I won't say their names publicly is because these were all private conversations, but these was all top tiers and God tiers. Some of them are public. The public ones is like Verb and Mook and Danny Myers and Daylight.
That's enough right there.
As if that isn't fucking enough. But
that's enough right there.
I just named legends. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Some of them not Rushmore shit. You know what I'm saying? But there's a whole nother crop of top tiers. The thing about Jag, when Jag is he's saying in some of these interviews and on Twitter, like, niggas pick up my phone call and I just start rapping my round, man. Like, I don't even get to say hello. Or no, I just start rapping my round. He's not promoting. He's telling the truth. He did that to me last year. I picked up the phone and he spit his first round for Arsenal to me last year.
Oh.
That is who Jag is. That is what Jag does. He is an extremely self-motivated. I don't know if he'll be this hungry after he finally gets his first debut back, but his fucking hunger is on a thousand.
He got a plate. He got a plate, and that boy can rap. He can rap.
He can rap his ass off. That's gonna be an instant match.
That's not promotion. That's just what I've been telling people behind the scenes is that. And the only reason I haven't listened to the rounds is because if it's an RBE battle that's booked, I want to be in fan mode. I want to hear it live in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I never listen to rounds before they happen. And then there is that other little small 20% that if you're doing something crazy and I already know about it, then I'm in a bad position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you say like a bar to me where you're raping somebody's daughter or some shit, and that turns out to start a fight. Well, ARP heard my rounds. That'll be what somebody says.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for those two reasons, more so because I'm just a fan more than the other one. But I really, really think Jag is gonna have the best return of all returns, and that's no disrespect to Los or 40 or Jay Mills or any industry guys or Cass that has come back. I don't know, man. I'm him and all the people that he's spoken to and spit his rounds to have made me a full 1000% believer. And then also knowing him already as an artist. I think we got another one of those I told you so situations.
I wanted to say when I was watching y'all on live, cause I watched the 2 lives that you put up with both of them. When you was talking to Math, I was sitting there thinking to myself, yo, ARP seemed mad confident in Jag right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same shit.
Right.
I was gonna say the same shit.
Yo, that's why I got so excited.
This might be a goodie if ARP sitting there looking super confident. Like, okay.
I swear, like when you was talking to Math, you was just like, come on, Math. But come on, man. Like,
people don't get, you know what it is? Because what people get is like, you might cut on an interview and see Jag going crazy, just snapping on Math, talking shit like he did on Hip Hop Is Real or PSA Radio with 3 Letterman. Shout out to them. You know, I get the behind the scenes shit that nobody knows, nobody hears. You know what I mean? So I could be on the phone when there's no camera, there's no microphone, there's no reason to show out, none of that talk shit, no reason to promote. And have a nigga tell me like, yo, my rounds was done for 3 months. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get to hear that type of shit.
Yeah.
So when I'm on with Math, and if Math is like, come on, man, he's out of his league. The reason why I might come off like that is because I'm having these private conversations with Jag. And I gotta be neutral. So I can't jump out there and say, no, Math, trust me, you need to do this, that.
Right.
Math is experience. But at the same time, my natural reaction and mannerisms are still going to say, yeah, I don't agree. But shout out to Math, man, because, you know, I feel like during this whole card, one thing that we had to do is make sure that people understood that RBE was very serious and believed in Jag. And that's because people don't know Jag enough or have enough to go on. So that can start to almost feel like we're pushing Jag. What it really is that we don't have to tell the fans what Math's capabilities are anywhere near as much as we have to tell people what Jag's capabilities are. You know what I'm saying? So because Math got quality work out there, he's got recent classics on RBE. I'm talking just as a fan. Everybody, including myself, already knows what Math can and probably will do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus Jag. People don't know that when it comes to Jag, so we've been trying to make sure we understand that more. So I don't ever want somebody to think that RBE has had a bias, or we did the same thing for 40 Cal. We did the same thing for King Los.
It ain't nothing wrong with shining the light on the underdog. And I don't even want to call. And I don't even want to call one of them the underdog. I don't even want to call one of them the underdog. Really, what it is when we come out here and we take these risks and we have these bookings that people didn't see coming, we have to show the fans and the culture where our minds is at, or else they like you just crazy. You just did that shit from left field. We have to show people why we did some of the things that we have done. You know what I'm saying? Like even with King Los, I remember Math went on Champion. And he just violated King. Like he went after King, stripping him down.
I remember that.
And I did it. And I know Math way more than I know King Los. You know what I'm saying? But because we was in the middle of promoting King Los and we believed in King Los, I defended King Los as a battler that was on an RBE card coming up. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I don't ever want people to get misconstrued. Math is a legend. And Math might come in there on Jag and drop the ugliest 30 on this nigga ever. But when you see us talking the way that we talk, it's because we know that y'all know Math's capabilities already. We had to make sure that I understood who Jag was, so y'all don't think that we're crazy for trying to go left and take that risk of putting Jag in a main event on Red Reading.
I know Jag from Larceny Family, and I did not know that he once battled, but I knew him from Larceny Family. So I'm a person who I like when you bring people in and they like rappers like, let's just say King Los. I wasn't familiar with King Los until he touched the RBE stage. So with Jag, it's different because I already know Jag is nice. And then they played that freestyle before the video. So I'm like, yo, that freestyle is crazy. I don't even know how
like he was battling.
Yeah, it sounded like he was battling the whole time.
It sounded like he was battling the whole time.
Yeah.
He had punches, he had battle balls in that freestyle.
And on that note,
go ahead, ARP.
And on that note, returning battlers expeditiously. That is the new name. That's what RBE stands for. Until we get to the mass tournament.
Shit.
That's what RBE. It does not stand for Rare Breed Entertainment until we get to the mass corn event. After that, we'll get back to being Rare Breed Entertainment. But right now, for the mass corn event, RBE stands for returning battlers expeditiously. Thank you for that acronym. You are 1,000% on point. Shout out to Matt Popper versus Chubby Jack going down. And shout out to everybody else on the card. I know that's the main event, so that's the focal point. Big K versus Mac Myron, Old Red versus Chef Trez, Heavy Hat versus St. Guys, Floster Boss versus Truth Watson. You know, we giving y'all money's worth. The VOD's up there right now for only $20. RareBreedENT.com. You know what I mean? So even though, you know, y'all are gonna probably get some shocks and surprises, whether it's Jag getting 30 or Jag going crazy in the main event, that rest of the card is definitely giving y'all something to watch too. So
definitely.
It's going down.
It's a little to you for putting Truth Watson on the card too. Truth Watson is fucking fire.
I'm hearing that a lot, so I'm glad that he's getting this type of look right now because I'm getting a lot of those responses. Getting a lot of those responses.
So from bottom to the top, you got Truth Watson versus Floster Boss, fire. Heavy Hair versus Snake Eyes, fire.
Crazy.
Old Red versus Chef Trez. I really want to see that.
I want to see that too. That's the one for me too. Jesus.
Big K versus Mac Myron. Punch Fest. That is going to be a punch. You better be ready to get punch drunk.
That's going to be crazy. This whole card going to be crazy though.
Yeah, you got Matt Offers versus Jag as the main event. Is going down. VOD will be available on rarebreedent.com. How much did you say it was, ARP?
$20 y'all get that for, man. $20, less than $5 a battle, man. $20. That's all it costs.
Oh, man.
What y'all spend on lunch money, man.
Big facts.
ARP, I got a question for you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Can we expect any face-offs before the battles, like virtual face-offs?
1,000%. Streaming live on the YouTube on the RBE channel. The 28th will be every face-off for every battle.
Let's go. Okay, so they already done, or y'all gonna?
Oh, y'all doing them live?
No, they're gonna stream live on the 28th.
Okay, that's lit.
That's lit.
Well, we appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for showing us love. You know what I'm saying? We know you're busy, man. We know you got a million things to do. But we appreciate you showing love, man. Thank you so much for pulling up, chopping it up with us, man. If I sent you a million DMs, I'm sorry. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Niggas trying to get this for the longest. My bad. Thank you so much, though, man. You already know what it is.
Say RBE.
ARP.
Say RBE. RBE. Say RBE. RBE.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
if you don't get me out the camera with these.
Hey, ARP, man, look. We love you, man.
Thank you, bro.
Love, man.
Underdogs.
Thank you.
Respect.
Thank
RBE. Shotta Lawrence. We love you, bro. Brick by brick.
And
$5.
thank you.
$20
for your
for the
support,
VOD.
man. All of that.
I'm
Thank
supporting,
you
dude.
for that support. Real talk. If there's nothing else that we ever do in battle rap, it's the fact that we've touched so many people and so many people appreciate us and respect us. That keeps the motivation, man. That keeps the motivation, man. So thank you for your support, man. For real. It's brick by brick for a reason. Real talk.
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna make a promise to you. I'm gonna do my job, and I'm gonna try to get Lux. I'm gonna tweet Lux every other day.
Please.
Make sure he
yes, you will tweet Lux to me. I'm gonna
stage.
tweet Lux like crazy.
Cause
come to RBE.
We got it.
Please.
We got it, man. Much love.
He need to fall up in the rucker, man. He got to fall up in the rucker.
We need that to happen. I swear. We need that to happen.
Lux, come to the rucker, man.
Look, on that note, I'm going to end it right here. Y'all, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Underdogs podcast. You see, we had none other than battle rap legend, from fan to league owner to mogul,
Pioneer.
ARP from RBE, a pioneer in the game, baby. Let's get it.